So you can hear me. There you go. So we had 52 deflections tonight. Everybody that played got one. We really got to work on blocking out. We knew that that was going to be an issue with this team tonight. And for us, with Eric Daly's out of the game, our rebounding struggles. And we didn't play the big lineup. We didn't play Tyler at the 4 as much as he will with a die or will. Because of their side, they were spreading us out, so we went small. But we got to be a better rebounding team. Defensive rebounding. Kills your defense, kills your fast break. Really kills your break. But they got tough kids. We played them. I got a lot of respect for their coaching staff. Those guys are good guys. Their kids play really hard. They got some tough, athletic kids. So, what do you got, Ben?
You forced 11 of the 14 turnovers in the first half.
Yeah.
What did you see there? Did they make adjustments, or what did they?
We didn't. You know, look, I know a lot of guys with this Ken Palm stuff and this net stuff are trying to beat people by 50. I think it just behooves you. First of all, I'm a son of a coach. So I'm not, you know, we didn't trap one time in the second half. You know, I'm probably from a different era. I was trained from a different era of a lot of guys in our profession now are just, I don't hang out with a lot of people, let's just say that. So I just don't believe in that. So we didn't trap in the second half. But I do think it helps you to try to work on something. And when Ryder was putting in their backups to get them some minutes, I wasn't going to press them. I didn't, okay, they got you, because we really don't have backups, right? Sometimes our guys off the bench play better. So I'm not going to go just running around pressing their backup freshman guard that's never played a Division I game trying to win by 50. I think you better practice your half-court defense, because we got to get better at a lot of things. Because Friday night we play a good team, you know, NCAA tournament pedigree, and Donovan Dent and the pick and roll was a problem. So I thought it'd be good for us to just try to have to guard some pick and rolls, work on rotations. I wasn't really, you know, worried about score at that point.
And then offensively, I mean, after the struggles of last year, is to have Tyler and Eric and Kobe, guys that just can get you buckets reliably. How much nicer is that? Yeah,
look, Sky Clark is probably our best shooter every day. You know, and he got in foul trouble tonight, so he really never got going. We got a lot of guys who can shoot the ball on this team. So we don't need to turn the ball over. We should not turn the ball over, because we don't need anybody to try to do too much on this team. Because if you just make somebody, you know, you get some execution, you get some ball movement, you get guys who can shoot the ball in the basket or go by their man and make a play. So there's just no need to take a hard shot. We don't have to force a dem bone of the ball for lack of talent. So, but we're still growing. I mean, there's a lot of growing, you know, but again, I think everybody's going to go. Every coach is probably saying this right now, right? You know, we start 4 transfers, and we're probably par for the course, right? For 80% of the country. So you got to grow together, get in comfort zones together. You know, I like Sebastian in a 6-man role. I think he comes in with aggressive toughness in a lot of areas, and it gives us, you know, sometimes, you know, it gives you a hard punch off the bench. Not a lot of teams have a guy like that can be in that role. Vinnie Johnson, so to speak. Of course, I told my guys, we got to get an identity kind of like the Bad Boys, and they started singing the song. They thought I was talking about a movie. It was then I realized I'm getting old. They started singing the song for, you know, Bad Boys, Bad Boys. I'm like, no, Rick Mahorn. They started singing the song like I'm not talking about Martin Lawrence. Getting old, Trace. They had no idea what I was talking about.
You know who Rick Mahorn is?
I don't think so. They didn't know who Darren Collison was when he walked into shoot-around today. But again, when did he get done playing? When did DC finish here? He finished here 15 years ago. So these guys were little, little kids.
Mick, you mentioned Sebastian, both him and the guy, like they gave you some nice minutes off the bench. Where have those two maybe grown since, especially since they were freshmen last year?
Well, Dye's gotten stronger. Sebastian just trying to, I think, with a guy that has a good athlete and he has some ability, he needs discipline, meaning decision-making of discipline. That's just, discipline defensively, box out integrity, don't miss box outs, be rock solid with your defensive principles on the ball, off the ball. Late in the game, he put his head down and did this stuff he did last year. He shouldn't have done that. In the pick and roll, I wanted him to work on that, and he just took off, and he's got to slow down and read the defense. So it's a work in progress, But if he'll keep letting me coach him and be hard on him and be demanding on him, he'll become a really good player. If he'll do that. Dye's just much stronger physically. But he's still getting his wind. Like at the beginning, when I first put him in, he got tired quick. But the guy was, he was out 90 days. So he just started about 3 weeks ago with his, he's only been full go for 10 practices probably. So he's still getting his conditioning. But you can see he's much more stronger.
Would you say, William Kyle and Dominic Harris kind of in their development? Are they still kind of
it's early.
Learning
it's a
curve?
Big adjustment. Now, I thought Will got comfortable late. One thing with Will, I say your strength, is your weakness. You've heard me say that a lot. He's such a nice kid that he doesn't ever want to make a mistake. And he's an athletic force of nature, and he just needs to be aggressive. And I got to do a better job with him. I think he's trying to think too much. He's better. You saw him late. He can be a force, with his rebounding late, his block shots. Just go be Dennis Rodman. You like that?
21
bad
assists.
Bad boys. They started singing.
So 21 assists. Seems like you better
okay.
Passing team, would you say?
21. Well, look, I think a better passing. Yeah, you just got more skilled players and older. Look, guys, older players. It just is. There's guys that are lottery picks. That's all I do is watch basketball. That aren't getting in NBA games. They don't get in. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. People want to go. You want to put guys being great college players when they're 18. Jaime was just another dude as a freshman. He was okay as a sophomore. Player of the year as a senior. It just, takes time. Guys get better as they go. But I know this is a different, time where everybody wants guy to be great right away. So it's just not reality. It's not. LeBron wasn't that. His rookie year was his worst year. Look it up. There's a reason he's got better. When did he win a title? How many years in the league? What about Jordan? You get better. You learn. You're going to learn how to win. It's just, the problem is just so much hype and BS in our game right now. The commercialization of youth sports is ridiculous. I'm really knocking your profession, Tracy. Not you. You're on my side in this fight. I know that. But it is just you still got to go interview sophomores and juniors and ask them, what do you think about UCLA? But it's part of it. Now, how does that kid not think he's famous? You're trying to interview him. He thinks he's famous. It's a problem. Because the kids think that they're famous, and they're not. Especially in this town. Won a lot of games, Kobe. You know how many commercials I've got? How many offers to do a commercial? As many as a dead man. You ain't famous in this town, brother. Check your ego when you come to L.A. What else you got before I go eat, Ben? You want to ask the red shirt question? Get it over with?
Yeah, let's do it.
Trying to do your job for you, too. I'm multifaceted. multifaceted. So the plan right now, Eric Freeney is thinking things over. You know, I loved all three of those guys, Devin and Brandon, and then Eric Freeney. Devin and Brandon are definitely want a red shirt. So I've offered, I think they can be really good players. So they just can't get minutes. There's not enough minutes on this team. So and Eric's thinking about it. So that's where we're at.
Speaking of minutes, Dominic Harris, is that what's going on with him right now, or what's?
It's tough to get people minutes on this team.
That's all we got time for. Thank you, Coach.
You got it? So hold up. I feel bad. You need me?
I was just ask one question.
Go ahead.
You touched on Sebastian a bit, but I just wanted to ask you talked a lot about players determining playing time.
Yeah.
Talk about his grit and his intensity that he plays with and brings to this team.
Yeah. Well, he was third on the team in minutes tonight. So he got in. I thought he did really well. Now Sky had foul trouble. But like I said, if Sebastian plays with discipline, he'll be fine. If he starts going to gambling on defense and not blocking out, trying to do too many dribbles on offense, he's not going to be fine. So it's all part of growth. What you did in high school, you cannot do in college. It doesn't work. So he's just going through that transition. He's making progress, but we'll see. You can't take one step forward and one step back. You end up in the same place. That's what I try to tell these guys. But I start using references again. I'm showing my age. I told them you guys didn't know who the Bad Boys were. They start singing. They thought it was Martin Lawrence.